Ladies and gentlemen, welcome on in to the AFC East late table. Just kidding, the round table. Brought to you by BetUs, your number one online sportsbook. It's Colby. TD is not going to join us tonight, but he will be here on Wednesday. Maybe he can join a little bit later on. And, of course, Dan Mitchell's in the house to talk about this Super Bowl that just finished up yesterday. Some topics around the AFC East. We have the Super Bowl vlog premiering on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel tonight, which we're excited about. Hit the like button. Welcome on in, everybody. Dan Mitchell, how you doing, brother?
Yo, bro, fantastic, but I hear a crazy echo from the homie Richie right now. It sounds like you're screaming in an empty auditorium, but I love the energy regardless. Ladies and gents, welcome to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. Super Bowl is all said and done. Myself and Richie, we predicted the Kansas City Chiefs to win, and it turns out that Colby, again, was correct, that the Philadelphia Eagles won, but not so much to what I anticipated. I don't think anybody was anticipating a belt-to-ass performance. That was embarrassing from Patrick Mahomes, Andy Reid, and the likes as they were attempting to go after the three-peat. If you tuned into BetUS TV's The Huddle today, we were all sitting there, and we were defending your boy Tom Brady, Colby. We ended up saying we better never hear. We better never damn hear Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady in a debate ever again. We better not do it, but super excited, guys, to unpack quite a few things. Have a couple of updates on our new Patreon as well, which I'm super excited to announce. We have that Super Bowl vlog, which is coming out, and let's just say that we have some particular MVP merch that just ended up dropping into the store. We're going to show you guys that here in just a bit, but smash that like button for us, guys. There's no excuse why we cannot surpass 200 likes on tonight's episode. Colby, how you doing?
I'm absolutely great, man. I mean, look, I feel like the Super Bowl was really like a lose-lose situation. You either had Eagles fans winning or you had the Kansas City Chiefs thinking that they were the best organization in NFL history. So it was a lose-lose situation, but I definitely picked the Philadelphia Eagles over the Chiefs. That's ultimately what ended up happening. I'm around that Philadelphia area too, so let me tell you, after they won, it was an absolute massacre. I thought there were gunshots going off. No, it was just like 12 different types of illegal fireworks going on behind the scenes in dumpsters. So it was absolutely insane. It's still insane. I'm honestly scared to leave my house and drive, but I'm feeling good. We're back in the studio. It's been a long 2 weeks, but back to the grind, baby.
Back to the grind indeed, as our first super chat ends up gracing our screen. Shout out to Isaiah. I don't ever hear Patrick Mahomes be compared to the GOAT ever again. Absolutely. Listen, man, we're going to unpack. Hey, listen, we're going to unpack this game. We are going to unpack the absolute monstrosity.
Dan, it sounds like you have a little echo.
Is it me?
You both sound perfect for me, so I don't know what's going on with you guys.
I don't think that it sounds like fine with me. Like I'm on main stereo right now, Rodecaster Duo. So what about that? Is that better? No, that's worse.
I don't know. There's I don't know. Maybe it's me. Forget it.
Me. It's you. I figured it was you.
You figured it was me?
I figured it was you, pal. Well, anyway. Anyway, Richie, take it over, man. What do you got?
TD, man. TD will be here, guys. Don't you worry. But shout out to Isaiah for the super chat. But we do have some breaking news.
Ooh.
Oh.
Actually?
Yeah, breaking news.
What is Kellen Moore in it?
I was wrong. And Josh Allen won MVP. Congratulations.
He did win
Josh
MVP.
Allen. Josh Allen, most valuable player merch is now live. Okay?
Ladies and gentlemen.
Everybody go get your merch. What do you think, Dan?
Ladies and gentlemen, we just ended up releasing this MVP collection. Buffalo, wear it with pride. We have an MVP quarterback on our hands right now. The Josh Allen MVP t-shirt. We will announce everybody that purchases one on today's episode. Get it going. That's a beautiful design. Shout out Cameron, our lead designer. And then also shout out Paul, our merch guy, for speedily going on ahead and putting that on our damn store. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. I'm not going to lie to you.
I really hope Colby buys one. I think Colby
He's
needs
going to
one,
have
bro.
to. He's going to have to,
Do I get a free one because I said he was going to win MVP and I was correct? Do I get like a free championship?
You get a free one only if you wear it.
I feel like you deserve a free one.
I feel like I do too, dude.
I feel like you deserve a free one.
I feel like I deserve Patriots merch on here, but that's
the ash is kind of heat. I like the ash color. You got sports gray, a little darker of a gray, I believe it is. See if when it loads. Nice.
Look at
It's kind
that.
of clean.
Damn.
Let's see who's going to be the first Bills fan to get a Josh Allen Most Valuable Player shirt. Dan Mitchell, what shirt are you going to get? I mean, what color?
1,010% the black one. Here, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to see if I can get my headphones that Richie gave me.
Where are those, Dan?
I love
All right,
the AFC East
Snacking
logo
95 with a
just
super
right
chat. Hurts looked Mahomes dead in the eyes and said, F you, you're three-peat. And we all won. I also know Brady was the biggest Birds fan in the stadium. Go Birds. Man, we got an Eagles fan in the chat with a super chat. Appreciate you, brother. Congrats to your Birds. And congratulations to the Philadelphia Eagles for being Super Bowl champions, man. That's a big deal. You know, this is a time for us to celebrate the champions. We go through the entire season of debating and, you know, seeing this team, that team. And there's only one team that can hoist that Lombardi, man, and it was the Philadelphia Eagles. We got the Super Bowl merch. And we're always going to look at this as the Eagles won that whole thing, man. Damn. What a time.
Is dope.
Ooh, we also just got a hoodie uploaded, Dan Mitchell.
Oh, my God.
The hoodie is up now.
And the hoodie is up as well. Look at that, folks. Look at that. Grab your merch. Grab your merch. Let us know in the chat. We'll shout out everybody that hooks it up. Oh, hey, I got a Shopify notification.
Oh,
Let
who
me
is it,
see.
Dan?
Let's see. Shout out to the homie who ended up getting
Brian.
some of this. Brian.
Shout out to Brian for purchasing the first ever Josh Allen Most Valuable Player. Wow, that graphic is pretty hard, man. I can't wait to see a Jet wear that once. Oof. Come on, man.
Yeah, on Richie's 50th birthday. We'll see it, baby. Look at that, man.
If it
It's
happens,
gonna
then
be-
it happens. I'll be the happiest man. Did you find your headphones, Dan, or did you lose them?
Dude, you know what? I need like a deep clean of this office tomorrow. That's going to be priority number one. I had them here, but now they're not.
Wow.
What's going on?
Man, well, folks, hit that like button. Another announcement I wanted to let you guys know of is tonight on the Roundtable Sports YouTube channel, we are premiering the Super Bowl LIX vlog. You guys know that we were in New Orleans all week long. And if you guys want to support us on the main Roundtable channel, please go click the link I just put in the chat and go support us on the Roundtable Sports Super Bowl Media Week vlog in New Orleans. It's going to be the entire week in one video. So if you guys want to go support us, simply click the link and go over to that YouTube channel, hit the like button, and show some love over there, man. Show some love. You ready for the vlog, Colby? You haven't seen it yet. I'm the only one that's seen it.
I haven't seen it yet. I'm really excited. Every time we got a vlog coming out, dude, like I sit there with some popcorn. I sit there with my girlfriend, and we just watch it like 12 times.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I am really, really excited to see it, man. You should be too. You should be too. Teleporting goalpost with a $10. Twice I bought the first one. Gotta rep my Bills. Hopefully Dan shared my good news with the boys. Love you guys. Let's go Bills. Let's go get Myles Garrett. Let's go win the Super Bowl next year. Dan, I don't know where he went, but I don't know what news you're talking about. Congratulations, whatever it is. And shout out to you for getting the Josh Allen MVP. I knew it was you. How'd I know it was you? Dan,
maybe
what's
this
the
is
good
a hot
news he's
take.
talking about?
His good
Maybe-
news is
he's
that he
good- yeah,
locked
he's
down a
good news.
lady. He locked down a lady, ladies
I
and
had a
gentlemen.
feeling it was.
Let's go.
I had a
And
feeling.
Rich, by the way, it's definitely you. It's not me.
What is me?
As far as your audio, because I heard you echoing like while I was gone.
Am I still echoing?
Guys,
Yeah.
you both sound perfect, like in my audio. So I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's crazy. But
I don't even know at this
Dan, do you
point.
want to hear a hot take?
Talk to me.
It's actually because of that comment that made me think of this. You guys shouldn't trade for Myles Garrett. I don't think it makes sense for you. You need an edge rusher for sure, but the compensation that you're going to have to give up to get him starts at multiple first-round picks plus. You guys went all the way to the AFC Championship game, which was crazy in and of itself because of the lack of talent I think you had. This time last year, you let go of so many of your like core key players. I think you need those draft picks. I think you need to go into the offseason with as much cap space and draft picks as possible to start really rebuilding your team. I don't think you have the luxury to go out and sell everything for one player. I don't think
So I'll
you
tell
are
you
just
what.
an edge rusher away.
So I'll tell you what, Colby. Normally I would agree with you. And Richie, just do me a favor and mute for a second because I want to hear something. All right. So anyway, Colby, this is exactly what I'm thinking here. It's totally Richie, by the way. I sound perfect. Anyway, normally I would agree with you when I come out and I say, hey, you know what? Let's save these picks and let's build for the future. But when you look at how Brandon Beane drafts, he almost always ends up hitting between the 3rd and the 5th. Sure, we can go out and get an edge rusher in the 1st round like we have for the past couple of drafts at the end of the day, roll the dice and hope that we can get some sort of Jalen Carter production almost immediately. We haven't done that, right? And I think once you end up losing your final game of the season, that's particularly when you realize right then and there what your biggest weakness is. And our biggest weakness is that we have not had a pass rusher that has had over 10 plus sacks since 2013 in Mario Williams. I'm fine with walking away from a 1 in 2025 and a 1 in 2026 and a 2nd in this year by itself, because with that production by itself, I think that automatically makes this defense better. When you have an edge rusher like Myles Garrett, that makes the rest of your defensive line automatically better. Same thing with your linebackers, same thing with your DBs. I would be completely fine with that. Maybe not so much for Max Crosby, maybe not so much for Trey Hendrickson. And do keep in mind with Myles Garrett, like none of his salary is guaranteed in 2025 and 2026. So we could very easily find a favorable contract for the guy and then ultimately end up moving forward.
Interesting take. I mean, the way that I see it, I mean, the Bills need help at cornerback. Rasul Douglas is like 31, 32 years old. He was a good player.
He's gone.
I don't think you want him back anyway. You need to get younger there. You need help at edge rusher, interior of the defensive line. You need multiple wide receivers. So if I'm the Bills, I'm not doing that. I would see why you'd be interested, but I feel like you're too many pieces away to give up everything for one player.
Yeah. So I do have a theory of what I want us to do. So number one is obviously make a trade for like an automatic impact edge rusher, somebody that can give us 10 plus. And then within the 2nd round pick, which I think that we're going to grab, I love Jalen Royals. He's that guy that we need to stretch the field with vertically. Like that's the guy that I'm targeting. Like we need speed on the perimeter. And then I'm also like huge on Billy Bowman, who we saw at the Senior Bowl as well, that free safety out of there. If we make any moves at all in trade or free agency, I want it to be edge rusher because I like all the talent specifically within the DB side of things and then also within the interior defensive line. So that's my thought process. I really hope that Brandon Beane makes me a happy camper, if you will.
Love it, bro.
And then maybe
by the
it's
way, Dan,
Colby.
I still heard you echoing that whole time.
All right, so Colby, do me a favor and mute for a second. Actually, I'll mute you. All right, anyway, so ladies and gentlemen, here we are right now. Dude, are you hearing me? It's Colby. Why we're? That's what it is. It's Colby. It's Colby. Why
it's all you, Colby.
It's all you, Colbs. No. I'm just kidding, man.
This whole time, bro, I was going nuts.
Is what it is, man.
Is it different now?
Maybe.
Echo.
No, we still hear.
I still
hear. Anyway,
it,
is what it is. Is what it is. We're here.
Bro,
you guys got any headphones?
Yeah.
Colbster. Oh man, I can't keep
some.
hearing myself like that.
Hey, but you know
listen,
what?
man. Does the chat hear that too? Is it just us or the chat hears it?
I'm so confused.
It could be the chat. I don't know.
Is my volume coming through your speakers, Colby?
Yeah, but it always does.
You know what? Go to settings and go to echo. Go to audio and go to echo cancellation. Is that on or off?
How's it now? Do I sound different?
Yo.
Yeah, it's better.
Oh my God. There we go.
Maybe StreamYard like magically turned it off for me because I haven't adjusted my settings at all.
Yeah. Well, hey guys, look at that. Only 13 minutes into the episode, we have figured out our audio. Trust me, we've been at this for 5 years, surprisingly enough. But anyway, ladies and gents, we have a game that we need to discuss. The Super Bowl. LIX, Kansas City Chiefs, Philadelphia Eagles. No one was expecting a belt-to-ass performance. And ladies and gentlemen, please take a moment of honesty and let us know your thoughts of this game and whether or not that you were surprised. But Colby, biggest takeaways from this Super Bowl matchup, go.
The blueprint on how to beat the Kansas City Chiefs is out there. Now, I understand that it's easier said than done, but the blueprint is, in fact, out there. I think the fact that they've lost 2 Super Bowls and those 2 Super Bowls that they've lost were really both in the exact same way. Both were blowouts, I think, is an excellent blueprint on how you beat the Kansas City Chiefs. That's also why, if you're a Patriots fan, you want to go out there and you want to focus on building the trenches, the offensive line, the defensive line, because the Kansas City Chiefs, they have one of the best offensive lines in the NFL. But The Philadelphia Eagles have one, if not the best defensive line in the NFL. It's not the Kansas City Chiefs, but the Philadelphia Eagles, rather, they got 6 sacks. They got 6 sacks on Patrick Mahomes against one of the best O-lines in the league. And get this, they didn't blitz once. They didn't blitz one time and got 6 sacks by rushing 4 guys. Again, against one of the best O-lines in the NFL. Like, do people understand how crazy that is? Patrick Mahomes was at, 30 passing yards at halftime? They had 0 points going into halftime. They had 1 first down going into halftime. And quite honestly, like, we all said this all year long, like, how long can the Kansas City Chiefs really do this? Because the Chiefs kept playing close games all year long against the best teams in the league, but also the worst teams in the league. They had 2 losses on the season, but realistically, it was just one of them because that final game of the season, they rested all their starters for the postseason. But the narrative was, how long can they keep doing this? They don't look like the old Kansas City Chiefs. They faced one, if not the best team in the NFL, in the Philadelphia Eagles, and they got absolutely bit in the butt. They deserved this. We were waiting for this all year long, and it finally happened. How to beat the Kansas City Chiefs is out there. All you have to do is have a good pass rush. Get to Patrick Mahomes, and if you can do that, this dude's going to turn the ball over. Never compare Patrick Mahomes to Tom Brady again. Tom Brady never got blown out in the Super Bowl. Sure, he lost. He never got blown out. He also was not the reason on why they lost either. Patrick Mahomes, with a 3-peat on the line, wanted to do something that's never been done before, wanted to make history. And what did he do? He had 3 turnovers, 2 interceptions, one of which was a pick 6, and then he got strip sacked. That's not what the greatest quarterback of all time does. You don't fumble the game away for your team in the largest platform in the world. Never compare the two again.
Damn. Richie, thoughts?
On the game?
On the game, brother.
Yeah, listen, I mean, it was just a complete domination from the start. You talk about the Vic Fangio-led defense was just pitting their ears back and did whatever they needed to do. On the Eagles' side of things, you can tell they had a sense of confidence. It felt like they walked onto that football field and they had this belief that they're going to go out there and just blow the brakes off this team, and it's exactly what they did. Their pass rush was ferocious, getting home with 4 and dropping back 7 in coverage on a consistent basis. Mahomes dropped back 42 times. He was not blitzed once on 4-man rushes. They were at will getting to the quarterback. Mahomes had no answers. He was turning the ball over. He obviously got all over the place with his own fundamentals, and their players around him were dropping passes. The entire offense fell apart, and the Eagles defensively set the tone early. But I got to make this about Jalen Hurts a little bit, because I feel like he doesn't get the necessary love he deserves. Everyone's like, oh, he won MVP, but it should have been defense. Listen, man, Jalen Hurts was a big reason for that win, in my opinion. I mean, he had one bad mistake. He was flawless outside of it. He was pushing the ball down the field, had the most rushing yards by any quarterback in Super Bowl history, had just under 300 total yards, had 3 total touchdowns, 1 turnover, and Jalen Hurts had a really good game. And what was the narrative around Jalen Hurts going into the Super Bowl? Oh, well, Saquon Barkley led him there. Saquon Barkley didn't do anything in this game. Jalen Hurts was the offense in this game. So I'm sick of people discrediting Jalen Hurts, and he deserves the credit because people made it seem like it was Saquon Barkley and the defense that carried him. No, it was the defense, and Jalen Hurts stepped up. The Chiefs' defense, they actually stopped the run against the running backs, but they didn't stop the run against the quarterback position in Jalen Hurts. So he made a lot of plays. Shout out to A.J. Brown for getting in the end zone, Devontae Smith getting in the end zone. The big boys up front. The offensive line for the Eagles was fantastic in pass protection, of course. So just an overall beatdown. And it just goes to show you that this Philadelphia Eagles team all season long was getting discredited and nobody really believed in them. Some people wanted Nick Sirianni fired. Wild stuff. So congratulations to Philadelphia, and definitely a big blow for the Kansas City Chiefs. They could not make history. They're on the verge of doing something we've never seen before, having 3 straight Super Bowls. They're still the only team in NFL history to win 2 and get to the 3rd, but they were not able to get the job done in completing the 3-peat, and it was just an absolute nightmare performance from that offense against one of the best defenses in the NFL. It was not competitive, and a lot of, penalties out there that was all over the place, and it's just interesting to see the narrative now about that, in my opinion, but that's a whole other conversation. So congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles for being Super Bowl champs.
See, like we said, right, like this Philadelphia Eagles team, and I believe this to this day because I always love playing the game of hypotheticals, right? And obviously, when I watched the Eagles go out there and just punch the Chiefs in the mouth, I was just like, you know what? I wonder what would have happened if Buffalo would have been there. Would we have put up a better fight? And then I started asking, would Baltimore, have they put up a better fight? I don't believe that there was a single team in the AFC that would have won that game. Ravens, Bills, Chiefs, Texans, Chargers, whoever was in the damn playoffs, if the Bengals were to slide in, I don't think anybody in the AFC matched up well against that pass rush and against all of the offensive options that they had. Let's also keep in mind that their biggest offensive weapon all season long, Saquon Barkley, was held to 2.3 yards per carry. Like, he was largely a non-factor during this game, and they still ended up hanging 40 points on this Kansas City Chiefs defense, which is no slouch whatsoever. They very rarely even gave up over 30. I want to say it's only been twice this year, once against Buffalo and once against Buffalo right in the AFC Championship. So this was not a defense that just didn't show up. My question was, what the hell was going on? I have never seen an Andy Reid team in my life. Well, maybe I'm like moving too fast, because I did see a very similar team when they ended up getting blown out by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers a couple of years ago. But recently, I haven't seen this. So I think my question and what I've been trying to wrap my head around is, did the Chiefs just not show up, or are the Philadelphia Eagles that damn good? And obviously they're raising a Lombardi, so I think that the answer is the latter. But it's crazy. It's crazy right now, man. That blueprint is indeed out with Patrick Mahomes. He crumbles, especially when you can get some interior pressure from the defensive line.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes just didn't have a good game, like, period. This is one of the worst games I've ever seen him have. I know a lot of people are going to look at the stat sheet and say, what do you mean he threw over 200 yards? And it's like, yeah, he
stat padding to
he stat padded at the end to Xavier Worthy with 2 touchdowns when the Eagles clearly knew that they won, weren't trying, didn't care. They said, if we give up 1, 2, even 3 touchdowns, it doesn't matter, because we still won this game late in the third quarter, early in the fourth. So congratulations to Xavier Worthy, who went out there and now has the most receiving yards in a Super Bowl by a rookie wide receiver. But you were blown out so bad that it was just stat padding at that point. You're 150 yards. It's great, but it doesn't really matter in hindsight.
Yeah, it was a beatdown. I lost a lot of money yesterday.
Oh, Rich, not again, dude. Not again,
Yeah,
bro.
How much?
It's all good.
Take the over or under.
It's all good. Stop pocket watching, Dan. Stop pocket watching, all right? For a second. All right, just tell me how you
I don't have a problem, bro.
Just, yeah. I mean, just tell me how you feel. You know what I mean? It's always.
Well, I'm going to make it all back, because I'm putting it all on the
yep.
Jets to win the Super Bowl next year. Shout out to BetUS for being the number 1 online sports book. BetUS, perfect segue, folks. Bet responsibly, but you guys can bet responsibly right here on BetUS. Receive your 150% bonus on your first deposit, up to $2,000, excuse me, 125% on your next 2. Super Bowl LX winner odds are already live. They got the NFL draft odds up and loaded. First overall pick, Cam Ward is the heavy favorite, and the Jets are actually trading up for the first pick, so we're getting Cam Ward now. Listen, man, there's a lot of fun things happening across the NFL draft. A lot of NFL specials. Let's see what they got here. Myles Garrett's next team, interesting. We got the Cowboys as the favorite. Ooh, plus 300. Where are the Bills at?
Where's the Bills odds?
Bills are at plus 900 to land Myles Garrett. So any Bills fans feel like that's pretty favorable odds. No shot the Jets are getting them. No shot. So if you guys want to go take advantage of BetUS, don't forget to use the code YouTube150 when you sign up today. Big time shout out to them. We appreciate them.
Big time shout out to the guys. I bought the first one. I got to rep my Bills. Hopefully, Dan. Oh, yeah, we already read that. My boy. Exciting LFG.
Exciting whites. Exciting whites.
Worst one-sided win this game, or Drake versus K-Dot. Wow.
Dude, Kendrick killed that halftime show. It's not even a hot take. Anyone who says that he didn't do well is a boomer.
Boomers.
Dan's a boomer, bro.
Dan, you didn't like it?
Oh, I loved it.
I'm about to say, bro.
I'm not a boomer. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Bro.
And so I'm up with the times, baby.
Yeah, dude.
I'm up with the times, bro. You know what I mean?
He's fire, dude, yo.
Damn.
Dan's like, I love that not like Gus song, dude. You kidding me?
No secret. Build the trenches. When broken, your team is done unless you know how to read a defense and adjust at the line. Is this a new gen parody? Brady, Peyton, Breeze, etc. own defenses by audibles. I mean, listen, like it's a give or take sort of situation because you regularly hear TD Finns talk on here saying that you can't succeed unless you have a mobile quarterback. And while the league is certainly transitioning into that, maybe that's the weakness, the glaring weakness that a lot of us are seeing nowadays. I don't know. Solid, Jorge. I definitely appreciate the sort of love and the donation, man. Sincerely, sincerely.
Thank you, Jorge. I appreciate it. The last Super Bowl we had as such a one-sided win was, I mentioned it earlier, Denver versus Seattle. That was a Super Bowl in New York when the Seahawks, from the beginning, you knew that Super Bowl was done. It's such a failure. Also, is there any commercials that stood out to you guys? I feel like no one even...
Not
is
at
that
all.
even a thing anymore?
Weren't good at all. That's why they actually started to put a lot of the like big commercials on the Puppy Bowl to like help the puppies get adopted. Interesting fact.
Help the puppies get adopted. Yeah, most definitely. I really wasn't paying attention to the commercials. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah, bro, grinding on Twitter, bro, during the commercials, making TikToks. You're not watching no commercials.
TikToks only, baby. Listen, I stay working.
What was your Super Bowl cuisine, Dan? What'd you eat?
So I hopped back on the diet, sort of once I got back on here. So I just had a bunch of chicken wings. I had some bunless little sliders, some burgers, some cheese, etc. Yeah, dude.
Bunless, dude. You can't have the carbs.
Bunless indeed, man. I hopped back on the second that I got back from the Super Bowl because we all know that we were eating like absolute garbage that entire week. So I am glad that I'm back in my routine. I'm glad I'm back in my routine, man. You have no idea. But I do want to give one more shout out, guys. As many of you know, we ended up relaunching our Patreon with a couple of new tiers. Now, some of you, and I understand this is super expensive, but a lot of you wanted it, and you said, I'd pay it anyway, Dan. It doesn't even matter. If anybody wants to call in on the shows on Wednesday, that includes Wake Up and Ball as well. That also includes the Dan Mitchell Show, which is going to be launching next Monday, and all roundtable shows exclusively. We have a tier for you guys. All previous tiers and ability to call in on roundtable shows. That is our Hall of Famer tier, $50 per month, where you get to come on. And there's going to be no time limit. Certainly keep it in reason. All right. But besides that, we have the $50 tier for anybody that wants to go on ahead and call into all of our shows, all of the roundtable shows, all of the divisional shows, Wake Up and Ball, and the Dan Mitchell Show, which is launching next Monday. We have the All Pro, which is $25. Right there, you will get a monthly Zoom call with all of us where just sit back, just talk ball, hang out. You have 10% off all roundtable merchandise, and you also have film room requests as well, folks. We are launching exclusive content on Patreon by itself. If you are a film junkie and you really want to understand what some of these players are looking like going into the draft, the $5 tier is probably for you, because we are going to be launching all of our exclusive, not to be seen on YouTube, only on Patreon, on the starter package, access to Patreon exclusive film room. I am launching a Mike Green edge rusher film study very soon. I'm very excited about it. Hopefully I'll have it up on Wednesday. Just make sure you join that if you want to see this stuff. Pro Bowler afterwards, guys, since we ended up taking away the live call-ins, at least for the most part, we are offering an access to our standard private Q&A Discord, meaning that you provide your question right in Discord and we will answer it on air for each and every single show. Just make sure you put AFC East : with your question, or Wake Up and Ball : with your question. We will get that to you as well. Name will be featured during the end credits of every single episode. And then last but not least, we have our $25 tier. And that is where you can actually leave voice messages, all right? That way we react to your voice messages like a lot of podcasts do as well. And then also, as I've said, our monthly one-on-one Zoom call and exclusive game picks for all of you gambling degenerates out there. We are going to be starting to do that for you next football season. So if you like Roundtable Sports, you love exactly what we do over here, highly recommend you go check out our Patreon. We are so excited to unpack that and release it for you.
Woo! Let's go, man. Colby had the dip. It's just you and I, Dan, wrap things up. Excited for the Patreon. Exciting for a lot of things happening here. Excited for Bob to be part of this grind with us, man. I really, really am.
Oh, he's going to be in, baby. He's going to be in. There's no question about it.
You think so?
Oh, yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's
do it. Hit that like button, folks. We appreciate you guys big time. Don't forget, right after this show is the premiere of the Roundtable Sports vlog, baby. We're excited about that. Super Chat says, will the AFC's Roundtable do their top 100 player list this offseason?
That's a fantastic idea. Yes, we will.
Should we do that?
Oh, yeah. That is a perfect idea, Patriots 92. So, yes, we will.
Wow.
Write it on down. Folks.
Write it on down.
Folks, thank you so much for tuning in to another edition of the AFC East Roundtable. We will be live on Wednesday evening to unpack a bit more and get knee-deep into off-season content. We love all of you for always rocking with us on Mondays and Wednesdays, and we will see you soon. Deuces.
We appreciate all the love and all the support, folks. Don't forget, we're going to be premiering the vlog right after this show, all right? It premieres in literally 40 minutes, so go check that out. Would mean a lot to us, guys, if you can simply go over there and support it. I put the link in the chat real quick, so go over there, watch the vlog, and we'll watch it on Wednesday as well. I'll put the link again in the chat for you guys. Go over there and check it out, all right? It's going to be fun. It's going to bring you guys to exactly what we experienced at the Super Bowl together all week long. We appreciate all the support on the AFC East Roundtable. Much love to everybody in the chat. Don't forget to smash the like button, as always, on your way out. And as always, big shout out to BetUs for sponsoring the AFC East Roundtable. Peace out, everybody.
Deuces.